Imagine this. The leaves are turning, pumpkin spices everywhere, and just when you think Apple's big reveals of the year are tucked away in the rear-view mirror, with those shiny new iPhones in hand and the latest software humming along, bam, October sneaks in like a plot twist in your favorite thriller. Whispers from the rumor mill are buzzing louder than ever, hinting that Cupertino's got one more ace up its sleeve. A surprise event packed with not one, not two, but potentially 8 groundbreaking products. We're not talking minor tweaks here. This could be the finale that redefines how we interact with our devices before the ball drops on 2025. What grabs you most about these leaks? The power boosts or the everyday game changers? Drop your thoughts in the comment below. I read every one and love hearing your take. Let's kick things off with the star of the show for spatial computing fans. A beefed-up Vision Pro that's set to silence the skeptics. Picture strapping on this headset, but instead of wrestling with the same clunky power plant from day one, you're greeted by a seamless leap forward. No radical redesign. Mind you, keeping that sleek, futuristic vibe intact. The real magic? It's all under the hood, where Apple plans to swap in the M5 chip, the same beast powering the next-gen iPad Pro, skipping right past a couple of chip generations like a shortcut through traffic. For a device that's always decoding the chaos of your surroundings through a barrage of cameras and sensors, this upgrade is like giving it a turbocharged brain. Suddenly, that pass-through view of the real world sharpens up to crystal clear levels. Augmented reality elements dance with effortless complexity, and you can juggle apps in your augmented workspace without a single stutter. Toss in a standard 12 gigabytes of RAM to keep everything fluid, and you've got a setup that feels less like an experiment and more like your new daily driver. But here's the cherry on top, the one that'll have early adopters cheering. Battery life that actually lasts. Ditching the older, thirstier M2 for the M5's efficiency, wizardry means longer sessions for binge-watching epics or knocking out reports, all without reaching for the charger every hour. At the same price point, it's not just an update. It's a revelation that turns a niche gadget into something you'd actually rely on. Shifting gears to the road warriors and deadline crushers among us, products 4 and 5 on this rumor roster are tailor-made for you. A refreshed 14-inch MacBook Pro and its bigger 16-inch sibling. These aren't about reinventing the wheel. Apple's clearly smitten with the current chassis, from the stunning mini LED glow to the port-pack sides and that buttery keyboard that makes typing feel like poetry. This refresh marks the swan song for this beloved form factor before whispers of a bolder overhaul next year. So savor it. The fireworks? They're exploding inside, courtesy of next-level silicon that cranks performance into overdrive without touching the aesthetics. Imagine rendering videos or coding marathons that fly by, all while sipping power like it's fine wine. Efficiency meets raw horsepower in a way that keeps your laptop cool under pressure and your battery humming through the longest days. And speaking of power that punches way above its weight, let's talk about why a humble streaming companion needs it. Enter the revamped Apple TV, rumored as Product 6, armed with the A17 Pro chip that's already a force on iPhones. At first glance, you might wonder, do we really need console-level guts in a box hooked to the couch? Absolutely, and it boils down to smarts and playtime. That beefy neural engine? It's primed to supercharge Apple Intelligence right on your screen, turning Siri into a mind reader for quicker queries, spot-on show suggestions, and seamless smart home wizardry that anticipates your every move. Then there's gaming. With hardware-accelerated ray tracing already dazzling on mobiles, sliding into an always-on, big-screen setup could elevate Apple Arcade from fun diversion to full-blown rival for handheld heavies like the Switch. Think lush, immersive worlds bursting with detail. Backing it up is a hefty 8 gigabytes of RAM, ensuring the interface zips along and devs can dream bigger for living room epics. This isn't just an incremental hop. It's the spark that could redefine your TV as a portal to adventure, blurring lines between entertainment hubs and Powerhouse players. From a glow of the screen to the hum of the house, Product 7 steps into the smart home spotlight. The HomePod Mini, that pint-sized Powerhouse Apple dropped years back, spruced up with fresh hues, then let gather a bit of dust while rivals race ahead with AI bells and whistles. But no more playing catch-up from the sidelines. Apple's gearing up to reclaim the conversation, and it's not with Makeover. That iconic orb stays charmingly unchanged. The revolution brews within. To truly anchor Apple intelligence in your daily rhythm, it craves a sharper mind, and the current silicon just can't keep pace with on-device heavy lifting. Enter a souped-up chip, likely the S9 or even S10, straight from the Apple Watch playbook. Compact, sippy on juice, and loaded with neural smarts for always listening duties. The payoff? Siri evolves from helpful sidekick to intuitive oracle, crunching commands locally for snappier responses, ironclad privacy, and rock-solid reliability. It's the quiet upgrade that could finally crown the HomePod Mini as the heartbeat of your connected world, whispering just the right ambient tunes or flipping lights without missing a beat. Wrapping up our octet is a stealthy essential that's punched above its weight since day one. The second-gen AirTag, Product 8, evolving from its 2021 debut into something even stealthier and sharper. What started as a tag team savior for wandering keys and elusive leashes relied on Apple's inaugural U1 ultra-wideband tech. But time marches on, and so has the ecosystem with U2 upgrades in recent iPhones and watches. Now, it's the AirTag's turn to level up, likely with a U2 or fresh U3 chip for pinpoint precision that stretches further and hones in tighter, turning where I put that into aha, right there in seconds. Efficiency tweaks could stretch battery endurance even more, while a beefier, tamper-proof speaker amps up the audio cues for those frantic searches. And in a nod to real-world worries, beefed-up safeguards aim to thwart any shady tracking vibes, polishing an already stellar tool into an indispensable ally. Small in stature, massive in impact, this refresh keeps your essentials one ping away, safer and surer than ever. There you have it, folks. A tantalizing trove of 8 rumor reveals, from pro-grade juggernauts to the unsung heroes Apple's been quietly prepping for their moment. In my book, if this October shindig materializes, it's less about eye-candy redesigns and more about fortifying the core, infusing raw power, silky performance, and that signature Apple intelligence across the board propel us into tomorrow. The iPad Pro and MacBook Pro tweaks cement their throne in the performance arena, while the Vision Pro's glow-up nudges it toward everyday essential. But the real thrillers for me? Those overlooked gems like the Apple TV, packing A17 Pro punch to upend casual gaming and smarten our screens, or the HomePod Mini's brain boost to stake a claim in the AI homestead wars. It's Apple doubling down on its bedrock, tuning the engines for an intelligence-fueled future that feels as inevitable as it is exhilarating. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.